what's up everyone? Today we are going to be updating our tier list, and full screenshots for the tier list will be in my Discord. So join my Discord, the link is down in the description below, and get a role for Summoner's War Chronicle. Okay? So basically this tier list is going to consist of RGB Nat 5s only for PvP. Okay? So yeah, it was a pretty fun list to make on stream. If you haven't followed me on stream yet, we just reached 1.2k followers. Hey, let's go, man. And yeah, of course, this is going to be my tier list. I'm gonna be owning it. And if you think there's gonna be changes, let us know in the comments below who you're going to move up, move down, or if it looks good enough. All right, so enjoy. Okay, so we're making this tier list right after we did the tournament stuff, and so basically we're gonna have S tier as monsters that are really just the best, right? Really are just the best. Like whenever you pick them, you're not gonna feel bad. You pick them on their own, like they're good on their own, and they're so much better with other teammates, of course. And yeah, just the standalone, they're pretty good, and without other team members, they're still kind of okay. You pick them in almost any situations, and you don't feel bad, right? Like these are the monsters that are like auto pick, right? It's auto pick. Okay, basically that's S tier. A tier, almost same as S tier, like pretty good solid units for PvP. But you know, there are some situations that you wouldn't be picking them. But yeah, essentially still very good units, but overall not really the best of the best, I guess. B tier, situational picks, right? They are pretty good when you build your team around them, or when they do the specific thing that they are supposed to do. Okay, so these are the B tier monsters. C tier, probably hidden potential monsters, monsters that we are unsure of if they are actually good or not, or most likely we know it's not good, but there might be a potential. Maybe we haven't found the comp for it yet, or it's just straight up trash. Okay, D tier again. It's almost same as C, I guess. We might not need the D tier here, but probably just to show the level of strength of the monsters. Probably D tier is just a level lower than C tier. They might be good, but most likely we're leaning towards it's bad. And then F is basically trash. You don't need it. You don't build it. If you try to build it, it's not gonna work, even though you try. Okay, so that's the rundown of our tiers. So let's start. We're gonna be starting. It's gonna be per monster family, right? So we're gonna be starting off with the Polar Queens. So first monster here, it's cropped, but I hope you can see it. So S tier, S tier. No, it's not S tier. First monster we have Brandia. So Brandia, very very strong PVE unit, very strong in Seal. So if you want to be speedrunning Seal, go ahead and build Brandia. But because of that, you already know she's gonna be a PVE unit. I don't think she'll even be on B. She'd be on C, because you can still probably use her as a damage dealer for your team, but it's not gonna be as effective. And of course, it's gonna be an easy target for your enemies. There's no survivability on her in anything like that. Yeah. Thing here on C. Next up, Water One. I think it's the same. Well, it might be worse. It might be worse actually. Water One. I mean, she has good AOE stuff, but she's just not viable right now. Like she doesn't do enough for her to be on the same level as Brandia here. Okay, but next up we actually have what's her name? Is this Yana? The Win One. I think she's pretty good. Yeah, I might put her up here. Water last year. Okay, we can put her down there. She say so. Okay, I think she can be on A here. There's a lot of stuff right now that requires you to be stripping. Right, there's so many buffs that have been put up, that are being put up onto monsters nowadays, wherein putting this here actually makes sense. Like strips, actually one of the most important things that you want to have on your team, and just having her here guarantees it. And also, ultimate gauge increase on her second skill is also pretty amazing, especially if you're using the new mythic equipments, mythic weapon plus sub weapon on Twisted Marsh. It increases it by 20% as well. So or it's increased by 20% as well. So you get to spam ultimates with this. Well, it's a budget Elenoa, and I think it deserves A tier. So yeah, pretty good. Okay. Now we have Beast Monk. Beast Monk. Early days, early days of Chronicles, these guys are actually pretty good. early days of uh, early days of Chronicles, these guys are actually good, but how do they actually fare now? This guy has silence when the enemy is burned. I don't know. I might put the fire one on B for now. For now, I think he can be good. He can be an okay tank. But yeah, in the meta right now, I don't think he is up there. Like you would really prefer to pick some of the other meta monsters over this guy, right? Good counter with riders. Beast monks? Actually, yeah, could be. Water as well. Like the water as well could be good. Like this is the guy with the defend, right? So could help you against the beast riders, which is pretty meta right now. So triple B? Are they triple B? Probably. Could put it right there for now. Yeah, sure. Then next we have since we have yeah, okay. Next we have the Magic Knights. A star, a star when in the hands of Shinzo looks really good, but in actuality, it's only really usable with Kina, Fire Weapon Kina as well, and when your team is like kind of built around it, right? If you have monsters that can revive it, and if you have enough damage on it, right? So I'm gonna be putting a star in B tier. Okay, so she's okay if she gets to do her job right as an assassin. I think most assassins are gonna be put on the B tier here because they have one job, and if they do not execute their job like consistently and successfully, they're just meh. They're not good units if they cannot do their role, right? So I guess I'll put that on B. Next, we have the Water Magic Knight. I mean, her kit sounds good, right? Her kit kind of looks good, but not really. I think there might be a hidden potential here, so we might put it on C. Hidden potential, we might not have cracked the code on the Water Magic Knight, but nah. She would stay here for a while. Does she have strips? I don't think she has strips, right? I think strips really is one of the huge things that makes monsters really, really viable. Okay, and then Lupinus as well. Slightly worse version of a star, I guess. So let's put her C tier as well. Okay. Next up, we have mermaids. Mermaids, the fire one. The fire one could be up here. I think situational, right? Really good against Kina. Situational. Fire mermaid is very situational. Like she can do her role like unrevivable. Well, it could also actually be good against Soleta with the unrevivable and the strip. Does she have the strip? Is she the one that has strips? I don't remember. But she has unrevivable, unrecoverable also. So a really good counter pick to just like do her do her job. And then that's it. Water one, I don't know, might be C. The 2 mana shield is pretty good. 2 mana shield is pretty good, but it was nerfed. The 2 mana shield was nerfed. So that's kind of sad, no? Could have been great. It was okay, but if we're going to have a bomb meta, maybe the water might go up. But again, putting it on C, unknown, hidden potential or something. Yo, secret, what's up? Dio, good evening. Good evening, man. And then wind. What does the wind even do? What does the wind mermaid even do? I have no idea. Zero idea what it does. Okay, we have Vanessa next. I think I'd put Vanessa up here again. Probably somewhere in B. Is she good enough to go A? I don't think so. I've only ever seen Kina players play with this one, Vanessa, the Fire Valkyrie, right? So probably leave it up there. I think this is good. I mean, the revives are high value. She also has def down and attack up. So still pretty good monster on her own. Although you still don't really prioritize picking her. But it's okay. It's good. It's a good monster combined with Jaeger, assassins, and stuff like that. Right? Next we have Camilla. Ah, like on paper, she kind of sounds okay. She sounds good, but I don't think she's that good. Maybe even put her down here, Like she's okay, but she's not that great at all, really. And then Wind Valkyrie. I think I'll put her right beside Camilla here. Alright, next we have this guy, Verdehill. The thing is, this again, PvE monster, I don't think there's a way you get to include this guy in your team. Probably put him on C because there might be there might be there might be some hidden comps out there that can help you abuse your ultimate if you can get to your ultimate with this guy. But seems unlikely. Nah, I think the seems unlikely. Okay, water. Who is this guy? What does this guy do? Who is the water vampire? What? It's Liesel. Liesel, right? But I don't know what he does. And yeah, leave him in F. We have we have Argen next. Again, Argen, huge monster for PvE. But yeah, he's not really that good in PvP because again, no survivability. It's kind of hard to stack up debuffs on enemies, but he still does pretty good damage because of course you put almost the best DPS runes on him to make your PvE runs fast. So he still deals quite a lot of damage, um especially against water monsters for sure. Right? Okay. So yeah. Sharon Assassin for Siege only. Yeah. Pretty much true. Okay, Sekhmet. Ooh, a good one. Okay, Sekhmet, I think I'm comfortable with putting her on A. I'm not sure. No, I don't think we put her on S because not on all situations do you pick Sekhmet. Usually pick her when you have a specific goal in mind, and she actually does that job really, really well. She gets to snipe one unit so fast, actually. And she does it really, really well. I actually got assassinated by a Kina player with a Sekhmet last time. Did not expect it. So yeah. So I think that's good. That's good. He's gonna be up here in A tier. Vested S tier early days. True. Like this one, our first A15, not 5. But nowadays, does anyone still pick her? Can we put her? I mean, honorary B, I guess. Low B, probably. Like she's still pretty good. Attack up, shields. Still pretty good. Not bad. You won't. I mean, she's still pretty okay. She's still pretty okay. Shields and attack up still pretty relevant if you use it. With summoners like Orbia and Solata. Kino meta. With Chow around, you going down. Well, oh yeah, sure, of course, of course. Don't mention the hard hitters yet. They're not. There's nothing on S yet, so we're just gonna be chilling. Hathor, again, she was pretty okay. She was good when used with a specific comp, but I guess C. I mean, she has trip, she has the AOE sleep, but because of so much cleanses, so much immunities, in the game right now, it's kind of hard to actually make the sleep comp work again. So, gonna leave her here for now. Okay. Then we have Fire Monkey. I tested the Fire Monkey. He's actually pretty good, but probably just pretty okay. Not the best. Pick this guy if someone picked who's this? Tesarion. Pretty good going against Tesarion. Also really good in the meta right now because of so much CCs coming out. Provokes, roots, stuns, and whatnot. Like this guy does not get CC'd and he gets buffed when an enemy attempts to CC him. Okay, so I'll be putting him in B tier. Okay, Okay, next up, one of my new favorite monsters. Is this gonna be a first S tier? Gonna be my first S tier. I think he's pretty good enough to be an S tier. It's either A or S. I think pretty good on S, no? Kind of counters almost everything. Like he's pretty good into everything, into any summoner, right? Water Monkey, my new favorite monster. New favorite monster. I think he's pretty good enough to be put on as our first S tier monster on the list, I guess. Like he has everything as long as you get to stun the enemy, or not really just stun, but just put a CC effect on the enemy, right? So 80% crit damage increase, like that's two rage sets already on him for free. And then you also get um mana steal, remove beneficial effects, or yeah, strips and also block beneficial effects. So all around good monster, also a warrior, so you can build him tanky and he still kind of deals damage. And he also has his own survivability with skill 2 where he can put on invincibility on himself, right? He kills Orbia Soleta Cliff. What could you ask for? Yeah. Like he has almost everything. Right? Wind Monkey. Oh, early days. Early days this guy was good. How's he now though? I don't have this guy. I don't remember what he does. He's probably somewhere in B or high C. I don't know. I don't remember what he does. He has Death Down Strip, but like the strip on the Water Monkey is so much better for sure. What else does he do? He has damage reduction. That's it. He could be good. I mean, there's potential for him to be good against. I don't know. I don't know. He might be good against Garo, I guess. That's it. So probably leave him here on B tier, somewhere in there, up there, or this up here. Okay. Next Silp. Who are you? I'm putting the wind one on D because he got buffed a lot and also has a little bit of utility like strips. But I haven't seen him become really viable. Like mages really are just kind of in a rough spot right now. S tier, all silps. Mages are just in a rough spot for a PvP right now. Like it's so hard to make good use of them unless they don't have, or unless they have strip, they have huge damage, or they have survivability on their own kits. If they don't have any of those, then it's just so hard to use them. Save ni Kuya Jones yung silp. Bruh. Okay, next we have Fire Archangel. Fire Archangel, actually, looking at his kit on paper, actually looks good. Cleanse plus immunity is okay, but his skill 1 doesn't do anything. I mean, you only want to pick him for cleanse and immunity, and I think that's good enough, I guess. I don't know. B or high C? High C, maybe. There's not a lot of people that pick him, but if you need the monster for immunity, you can go for him, right? One good monster for immunity. The only thing that's lacking is really like more support stuff for him, like a little bit of healing maybe, or something. Like it's just lacking. It's lacking. I mean, his skill 2 is good enough, but his skill 1 does nothing. So, yeah. Sobrang fave ko seal binenta ko ako. Next up, Ariel. I think everyone knows about this guy already. I think this is an easy S. As well, I think he's still pretty relevant in the meta. If you were not able to pick a paladin, you get to pick this guy as a healer with a strip with a cleanse. Like pretty good tank unit overall. So he can tank for days and he can sustain for days as well. So really good tank unit. And you're not gonna go wrong by picking him. Well, as a Kina player, I don't really pick him. I don't even have him. So wait, does that deduct some points on him though? Does it put him on A? Ariel come back because of Jamar being counter for Ophelia. Really? We put him on S now again? Probably low S, I guess. Probably low S. Okay. And then his twin brother, I don't know, man. They've been trying to buff this guy But I don't think it's working. I don't think it's working, man. He's still pretty bad. The revives are fine. They're soul protection, but nah. I don't know, man. Has anyone been able to make this work? I don't think so. Like it's so hard to use this guy. Okay. Next up again, mages OG. Wait, this is a mage, right? Fire OG, mage, CC, CC burn again. Huge counters, immunity cleanses. Like you just can't do much with it. Yeah, I think it's F. It's fine. Annabelle's pretty good. Annabelle's still pretty good. I think she's okay in A tier. I mean AoE heal, cleanse, passive that cleanses CC, def down. Like that's pretty good. A lot of good stuff on her kit right now. Next is the Wind one, Wind OG. There might be a hidden potential here. I mean, they've been trying to buff this one a lot as well. Like putting mana down, AoE stuff on her, cooldown reduction or cooldown increase stuff, but I don't think it's enough. I don't think she's still good enough. Okay. Fire Undyne who? Water Undyne who? The Wind one probably okay. Might put her up here. I mean, her skill one has a lot of damage. She has immunity. Yeah. Yeah, sure, I guess. Yeah, sure. Um, yeah. I think I might put down some of the beast monks here as well. Down to see. Like seeing how our list is evolving right now, I think we might drop them down here. Like C tier is really like the middle part. Like not good but not bad as well. Right? Like there's some usability but not the best usability. Like there's other monsters better. Okay. Fire Panda again, early days, he could have been good. He was good. He was a good tank. But that was pretty much it. Good knockups. Yeah, that's it. Good knockups and then you're done. Right? Water guy, I don't know. Someone do something about him. I thought I'm not sure. Someone tested him as a Garo killer. I don't think that was successful. That's why we've never heard of him as much, right? We haven't heard of this guy as much. So I think we're leaving this guy on C as well. And then Wind Panda. Hey, wait. I feel like this guy is an S. This guy's an S. Previously was usually picked with Kina, but nowadays with the Beast Riders in the meta, he's like really good. He's a strong counter against wind and water beast riders, right? He basically counters them. He's gonna be taunting wind and water beast riders. And he's still very solid. A very solid monster. Deals huge damage, also very tanky, cleanses himself and then counters. Right? So very good monster to frontline against stuff that hits him, right? Free hits on him is free damage for you. Okay. Next up, Thessarion. Thessarion, I think, has fallen off a little bit. He's still pretty good. He deals a lot of good damage. He's also dealing or putting Oblivion consistently on summoners, especially that you want to kill. Summoners with pesky passives like Soleta, Cleave, and Orbia, for sure. So still a very solid monster, but not picked as much anymore. Next, we have Theomars. Theomars has the potential somewhere, but it's still somewhere. Can't find it. Can't find it. He will be somewhere down there in the C tier. Akamamir, I don't think you can use this guy at all for PvP. Okay, Fire 1. What does this guy do? No. Water 1, probably D. Might be better than Fire. Don't know. I mean, he has crit rate up, attack speed up as buffs, but he has ult that steals. Wait, his ult steals buffs, right? I don't remember. I think it does. But anyways, yeah. And then the water one, I wind one. I think it's okay. There might be a use for it somewhere. Like the shields on it is actually pretty good, but usually just built for world boss as a protector for your damage dealer. So yeah. Next, jokers. Hey, it's a joke. It's a joke. These guys are a joke. I think even with the bomb rework, they're still not good. Lucian, I feel sad putting you in F. Go up. Go up. Okay. And then bombers next. I'm still not convinced that bombs are good with this, but I will be testing Jana later though. I'm still not convinced that bombs are already good. Someone test it, please. I might put them in C or hidden, just because there might be a hidden potential for the bombers somewhere if someone decides to build something with bombs. But still, biggest problem I guess is immunity. I mean, they can cleanse it, they can get stunned and damage, but still, if they get immunity, you will not be able to put on bombs. So still pretty sad. Okay, next up, ooh, Rakan. Rakan's pretty good. Is he B? Hmm. I mean, he's pretty okay. But looking at the monsters up here, I think, yeah, sure. I mean, he can be a pretty good tank, but tank with damage? Hmm. Well, they might be at the same level with Tayor. I think Tayor is better though. Tayor is still better. This guy here. How about Lagmaron? Never seen this guy. Probably down here on C. Like the Chimera brothers here, they they sound really good. They sound really good on paper, but in actuality, they're actually kind of squishy as well. Well, with how strong the summoners right now are, it's not that good. And their burst damage actually not keeping up anymore, I think. Okay, next, Wahi. I think also B. I mean, Oppress, pretty good against me. Oppress is pretty good against me. I mean, very situational monster. But, Oppress, attack up, def down, and heals. Like, she has a lot of good stuff coming from a support monster. Really good against cooldown reduction comps with Ragdoll, Frigate, and Illinois. Monsters like that, right? It's pretty good against those. So, yeah. Water one, though, I don't know what she does. Bye. Wind one. Wind monster. Wind one. I guess C. I mean, she's a very strong healer, but that's just it. She only heals, and that's all. Next, we have Fire Pirate. I mean, with bombs, probably, probably, but I'm not really that hopeful. I don't think he's ever going to be good. Galleon, C. I'm so sorry, mom. Well, could be B. Could be B. I mean, he's still pretty good. Someone build Galleon already. So let of players build Galleon again. I think he's still okay. For 4 mana, that's still so expensive though, but 4 mana? He used to be good, true. Very true. Next up, Wind Brother. I don't know. I think there might be potential on this guy. Like, he does a wombo combo, right? He's been updated to do a wombo combo, but I think it's too hard to use him. It's too hard to use him. Next up, Karambit. Hey. Oh, yeah. I think he could be here. He could be here. I don't think he's good enough to be on A. But again, as an assassin, sometimes they derp around and they don't do their jobs well. And yeah, it's just not going to work. Yo, Clarky Kun, what's up, man? Okay, next up, Water. Monk. Wind. Wind, there might be a potential with the root, but with Jamire in the meta, with the Jamire countering root monsters, don't think this guy's gonna do anything now. Might be lower again. Probably before Dragons, he was up here. After Dragons, he's down here again. Okay. Next, we have, what's this guy's name? Chiwu. Chiwu, I guess, yeah. I mean, free to play monster. Strip. He does the strip, but again, he's a mage. He's a mage with no survivability abilities. He has damage, but and he has steal beneficial effects, strips, but that's just it. I don't think there's it's it's kind of hard to use him because he's hard. It's hard to use it. It's hard to use him. Tier list kinamain you. What do you mean? This is kind of general already, no? Kind of. A lot of biases towards Kina still though. Of course. Next up we have Wusa. I mean Wusa, of course. I think he's still pretty good. Immunity is just king in this game. Like if you don't have immunity, you almost always lose, no? You almost always lose. It's just so hard to fight when you don't have immunity on your team. Like there's so many devastating CC effects, debuffs that can be put on your team and you just lose just because you don't have immunity. So yeah. And then this guy, who the hell? Bake. Might be C or D. I don't know. Is this nah again? Just a straight up damage dealer, nothing else. No survivability. Yeah, that's it. Sir Hercules. Someone was picking this in the tournament. I don't remember who. Like, is he actually good? He does something, right? He does something whenever your team gets stripped. And with the meta right now, with so much strips and buffs, like the game is just really revolving around strips and buffs, right? So is he good somewhere? D? Still bad, I guess. Again, I think this one's also D. Like the water one, like he was pretty okay in the early days as a tank for Orbia, tanking for Orbia, giving her endure. But now that's like giving endure. It's so easily stripped right now. There's so many good strip monsters at the moment. So yeah. Sir Actaeon, A, not biased, B. could have uh, could have went higher, but I think right now, I think this guy's high B. Somewhere up there. I mean, yeah, I think he's still pretty good. Like just just because of the Moon Legacy, it's just a little bit harder to use him with the silence, but I think he's still a very solid tank. No, still a very solid tank. Still usable, especially if enemies will not have their immunity. They get constantly provoked by this guy, and this guy still deals a lot of damage based on his own defense. Okay, next, Raki. See, I tried her. I tried to test her. Her kit looks good on paper, but no. As a warrior monster, she needs so much things to live. Like there, I don't think. Yeah, she has heals, but you need to be putting burns on enemies, and it's kind of hard to put debuffs again on enemies with so much immunity and cleanses that's going on right now. Oh yeah, even the water one. I mean, the water one has been updated. It's been buffed a lot, but still, I think in this meta, it's kind of hard to use assassins. She could be B, but I think Etna should be B. Right. Etna's better than these two for sure. Okay. So yeah, with Etna, I mean again, because of the Moon Legacy equipments, Etna just it's just hard to use Etna nowadays as well. Because your skill one does not instantly put Death Down and Oblivion on enemies because of the immunity part of the fight. So you have to wait for skill 2 first before you can use skill 1, right? So yeah. Wait, what happened? Window went away. Oh, there you go. All right, next. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? So those guys are not gonna be up there. Okay. I mean, these guys I'm pretty sure these things are just PvE stuff, no? I haven't even read their skills, but I'm pretty sure those guys are PvE stuff. Those guys are just PvE. Next we have Rosario. I think he Not even usable in PvP. I did not even farm for them. The secret dungeons, I did not farm for them. Yo, Arashu, what's up, man? Okay, Rosario, I think there might be some potential somewhere out there. Someone could use this guy. But again, I don't think he has what it takes to become a damage dealer in the current meta. Espino, though, not biased. Not biased at all. But I guess he's B, right? It's based on skill. Which one is based on skill? XP for account level, that's their use. Yeah, true. Kinda true. Espino still, I think he's still pretty good. He's a good pick against Genos, fire monsters in general, water monsters, and of course for the strip, right? Strips again, very very good. Like you can't go into any game without a strip monster. Not biased, yep. Not biased at all, man. Not biased at all. He's pretty good. I mean, look at the monsters at his level, right? Like they're kind of all in the same level, no? Water MK, I thought it's only on patch in Korean. Nah, I tested it, man. I tested it myself, and I'm amazed at what he does. Very good, or very good. I was almost gonna say Orbia killer, but yeah, also a very good Soleta killer. Like everything on his kit just kills Soleta. Very good to catch a Soleta, you know. Maybe Water Mermaid rank A or S now because can counter. Is it really a bomb meta though? I don't think there's a bomb meta right now. I'm not seeing it yet. I'm not seeing it yet. That's why I said tier C is gonna be for monsters that have some potential or some stuff that we might not have seen yet. Okay. So yeah. So they're gonna stay on C until we figure out what's actually good with them. Tier C is off meta. Yeah, kinda. Like monsters that could be good somewhere. Somewhere. One time. Could be good one time. And then that's it. You play 10 games, they're gonna do their job 1 out of 10 times. Something like that. Next, Juno. Oh man. I don't know. Is Juno still S? I mean she's still pretty good, right? I think she's still pretty good. You know, I don't think she deserves be she deserves to be knocked down to A. Wait, why is this out of order? Why is Mostasa down here? Get down there. I think Juno's still pretty good. She's just really overshadowed by the paladins at the moment, and of course, pretty much countered by the water paladin. That's why it's kind of hard to be picking her. And she's no longer the first pick monster, right? It's been replaced with the paladins, but you know, that's just how the paladins are. Probably, yeah, low S. I think she's still pretty good. Still pretty good. Like still a very solid monster. As long as you know what you're doing, don't pick her when the enemy is running the water paladin. Don't pick her when the enemy is using the water paladin. Like that's just a hard counter for her. But that's pretty much it. Next we have Praha. Praha actually pretty good monster. I'm not sure if she deserves A yet. Probably somewhere up here on B. Somewhere up here on B. Like she's a very good monster with strip. If Mostaza is F, Argan is F2. Mostaza is so much harder to use for Brawl. But Argan is ruined as a PvP huge damage dealer monster. So you can actually use him in lower level lobbies. So he's somewhere up here, right? So he's still pretty good, pretty okay. DPS monster, but still not good. Not good. Not good for sure. Right? Not good for sure. Okay? Where are we at? Ciara. Bomb meta. Bomb meta. Anyone seen bomb meta yet? I'm still so unsure with the bomb meta, man. Like I haven't seen it pop off. Like I think immunity still rules the game, no? Immunity still rules the game. I don't think bomb metas popped off. We'll see later though. I'll be testing Jana later. Might change my mind after this one. If it's actually going to work at all. So it's already a Jana that I'm testing. Okay, so if Jana is not going to work, then check. I've seen Dark Kobold. Actually, Dark Kobold is pretty good. Dark Kobold does so much more than the other bombers. So I think, yeah, it's actually pretty good. Having issue on his upload speed. Oh, EJ? Taj. Are you sure Wind Archangel ranking he annoying now after he got the buff? Archangel, like, what does he even do? It's still so hard to use him though, no? I mean, I can see how you can put him higher here, but like, that's it though. Like the Wind Archangel, there's not much that he does. Like there's still so much more monsters that does better than him. Does he have a cleanse? He doesn't have a cleanse, I don't think so. He has the revive soul protection, but still, I don't think that's good enough for you to be picking this guy. No? So yeah. And then next up, oh god, no arguments here. Archangel is for revive slave. I mean, if you use him for a very specific comp with assassins or maybe Jaeger, something like that, I think it's gonna be pretty good. Or if you're using a super tanky, well, you know, if you're building your team around the revives, then I think it's gonna work. I don't think that's good enough to be up there, no? The next Atomic Samurai, what does this guy do? He sounded really good on paper before, no? What does this guy even do? Somewhere in D, probably. Like, he's not that good, I guess. He's there, but he's fine. He's fine, you know. It's fine. Next again, no questions asked. This guy, man. And then this tornado on F. Wait, I need to move my camera somewhere. We're getting covered now. Okay, there you go. Garo is A for me because of ISIS. Not everyone has ISIS though. This guy is still super freaking annoying. Like I still don't like facing against Garo here. Like, Garo is still a very very annoying unit. I would hate to still be facing this guy. There's still the just Garo things that keep happening, you know. But if you have ISIS, bro, easy clap, huh? Okay, Silver Fang. I guess this guy would be A, right? Previously, he might be S, but I think he. I don't know. There's not a lot of players that's picking him anymore. Might be A. I mean, he's still pretty good, but again, as an assassin, you know, assassin things, derping, just because why not? They can derp whenever they want to, right? But he's still a very, very good monster as an assassin from the One Punch Man monsters. And then Blizzard. So bye bye. Fire Nine-Tailed. I think this is just a PvE monster again. Put this down there. Um, the Water Nine-Tailed Fox. Actually a very good monster when we first saw it, right? Very good monster. She has the strip. She has the heals and protection to assassins and warriors, but I'm wondering why it didn't work. Wondering why it didn't actually work. No? I think this is gonna be on C, somewhere up here. Like, I'm wondering why it didn't work. Probably no. She has the strip, right? There's a strip, but no cleanse, I guess. That's why Juno is preferred over her. Yeah, I guess the comparison here is just Soha versus Juno, right? They almost do the same thing. Well, and also the Fire Paladin. There's no, not really the Fire Paladin, but you know, there's a heal, there's healing, there's strips. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Could probably put on B. Like, situationally, could be a pretty solid healer in the strip monster. So it has like the things that you want in a monster, but just not as good as the monsters up here. Okay. Wind one. Huh. Wind one, I heard this one was fine, but I'm not convinced. Somewhere in C. Somewhere in C, probably. could be an okay damage dealer, maybe. Maybe. But I don't know. Next guy, this guy. I don't know. Anyone actually build this? Yun Yu Kim. Then Narinha, I think it's the same thing with Argen, right? You ruin her with a lot of damage. You're doing PvE on PvP. It's not gonna work a lot of the times, but when it works, when you need a damage dealer and you can protect that damage dealer, she's alright. She's fine. But still very, very hard to use. Very hard to make it work. Okay. But just because a lot of people have been ruining them with their best runes, they're kinda okay. Okay-ish as a damage dealer. And then Miryong. I still remember Glaffen on this one. I think she's somewhere on C as well. Right? Somewhere on C. Like she could be good, but could be better, maybe. Only regret I have was not try and get all limited collab monster when they got released. Kinda true. Like you can't get them at all anymore. There's no way to get them. So I'm stuck with the Narinha A9. I don't even put her on blessings. Yeah. Okay. Next up, archers. Magical archers. The Fire one has some potential in it. I've been building it and unbuilding it and building it again. So yeah, I think it's fine. It's fine down here. There's a potential, but not that much. Next up, Sharon. Man. All hell given. Can you make Chow tier F so come to us Buffett? True. Yeah. I will. Don't worry. She's either A or S. Although not a lot of kind of my bias. Bias as a Kino player. That's why I'm thinking she should be up here. But I think she's A. I'm a follower of Evasion build now. She. Only not 5 One Punch Man I got was Genos and Samurai. The other collab only got her Narinha and Miryong. At least you got some. I got zero of the One Punch Man monsters. Check. Okay, that's Sharon up there. But I guess this one's up there as well, but probably somewhere lower. But nah, I think it's more situational. Ardella, I guess, is more situational than Sharon. Sharon's just, I think, better than this because of Undead. Right? But they're both pretty good. But I think, yeah, Sharon, Ardella might be ranked lower. Laika, oof. Man, Laika. We all thought Laika was gonna be the best one, the best Dragon Knight, but I guess he's still pretty good. I mean, he still deals a lot of damage and can still one-shot you out of nowhere, right? So I guess he's still up here on B. Oh, there's Chow. Chow is tier F. He's pretty bad. Don't build him. I hope he gets buffed sometime. Okay, and then the win one, I guess. Okay, just kidding, man. But first, win one somewhere in B, right? Win one, really good monster against cooldown reduction monsters like pretty meta monsters, ragdoll. What do you call this? Ragdoll, frigate, Eleanoa. Yeah. Cap. What is this cap? What do you mean? It's like the worst monster in game right now. Okay. Boom. Wait, let's arrange this, guys. Do we want to have this guy on top of the list? The buff the water Monkey King got versus its fire and water. I win counterpart is a crime. Somebody in come to us really like water monsters. True. And this guy was like under the radar for a while as well. Like I didn't know how good it was until I actually built it. You're gonna confuse the new player. Well, they're missing out if they don't build Chow then. Although the thing with Chow is that he's usually just used by Cliff and Kino players, but Still, it's a nightmare to face against it. Although you can still use it as Orbia and Soleta and still gonna work and perform well. Okay, next up. Don't confuse me, I'm a newbie, bruh. We have the twins. How do you even rank the twins? Like you almost never get to play with the twins. You almost always get them banned. I think they're all gonna be C, no? Well, I guess we put the Chakram Dancer, Fire Chakram on B. Because she kinda has some utility. Or nah, it's too much, man. She doesn't perform at all on her own. Probably C. With yeah, it's still possible to use them, Still possible, but it's just so hard to make it work. If one of them dies, the other just becomes a little bit more useless. A little bit more useless once the other twin dies. I guess fire water probably both C and then the rest could be down here. I don't think there's a decent boomerang warrior aside from the LDs, no? I haven't checked their skills at all, but I guess there might be someone decent up there. All dancers are trash there if we're being real. I mean they kinda are. Like they are already pretty useless without their twin partners, but you know. Okay, let's put them all in D. You're convincing me. I mean, they're somewhere down there. They're only good for dancing. I mean, true. But if you put into consideration the light dark ones, if you have the light and dark ones, they're kinda good. Kinda good. Kinda only though. Here we go, paladins. Nah, bro, you can't put this on F. Newbies might be confused. Kick. Newbies might be confused, Lumao. Of course, this one's going up there. I think she's gonna be first on the list. No, or this one. I mean, they go hand in hand. Like these two, like the best ones. And I think the water one goes down to A though, no? I mean, she's good, but really only a counter to Juno. Yeah, I can say I am one of the guy who did Inspire fully without LD. Nice. Congrats, man. Hey, Perna. Ooh, Perna. Interesting. Interesting. Perna is pretty decent actually in PvP still. Here we go, the Thick Brigade carrying everyone in arena right now. True. Like you just pick all the paladins easy. Yo, what's up, Johnny boy? Yeah, I guess this one's somewhere in B. Like he's a very strong DPS monster plus he self revives. He has 2 lives, so whatever HP you have on him, it's basically doubled. Right? Basically doubled, but still you don't pick it into everything. Well, he's kind of decent against these two, right? Kind of decent against the 2 paladins up here. Unrevivable, yeah. It has unrevivable, but it doesn't always proc, right? Can't believe how good all 5 paladins are. Crazy. Yeah, I know, right? They're all too good. Next up, we have Sigmarus. Would anyone build this guy? Did anyone actually build this guy? Did anyone actually build Sigmarus? I think I'm putting him down there in the like. I have no idea what he does and how good he is. But Teshar though, I think Teshar deserves a not biased at all, not a Kina player opinion, but Teshar is still kind of use. Well, it's kind of nerfed with Kina will water weapon nerfs, but no, he's still good with other summoners. Still kind of good with other summoners. Although I don't even use him anymore though, because of the nerfs. Even the way shield runes interact with it, they kind of changed it as well. They also changed the interaction with shield runes, so now you need to have 3 shield runes separately built onto 3 monsters for it to have 8 stacks at the beginning of the round. That Wind or Light Phoenix plus Kina in Arena, I think, is the only combo I know that is impossible to beat in Arena. Really, it's unusable for Orbia and Soleta. Okay, then it's a Kina Cleave then. But I guess it's B. That's an exploit. What's an exploit? The Shield Runes thingy? Heard it got patched in Korea. Oh, I mean, previously it was possible to just have one monster carry three Shield Runes, but they patched it wherein you need to have different monsters to carry the Shield Runes, the three shield sets. So you can't have it on just one monster. So it's not working on my frigate anymore. So you need to have a monster. Yeah, you need to have Teshar carrying a shield rune set, and then two other monsters carrying the shield rune set. So it's gonna be 8 stacks with the Moon Legacy. But yeah, but previously it was possible with just frigate carrying three shield sets. But anyways, oh, Beast Riders. How do we actually rank the Beast Riders? I think they're still S. No, are they S? Triple S's here. Like I think the fire one's pretty good. Smart targeting the fire monster. And then the other two fire monster targeting the highest attack monster, I guess. And then these two probably in A. I think they're still pretty good though. Wait, let me just put this dragon down here. A? You think they're A? Only A? I mean, they're kind of changing up the meta right now, especially against Soletas and Orbias. Like these things are kind of their nightmare. But you know, there's the Wind Panda there as an easy counter against these two. I think I'll put this guy on S because I think it's much easier to get stacks on the fire one. And then the other two just really good overall. They did Zyros 30 such. I know, right? Like it's so bad. Whoever designed Zyros, bruh, should be fired, man. Should be fired. It's like they hired 3 different people to design their skills. The one who designed Verad is a Genos fanboy. And then this guy just hates Monkey Lanet, right? The one that designed Jamar hates the Monkey Lanet Ophelia stuff. So I guess Verad, slightly worse Genos. And then this guy up here. Very strong. Very strong counter to the meta picks right now. It's like Galleon again. Make a counter for root meta, then nerf them later. I don't think it's gonna be nerf. I mean, this guy is gonna be nerfed because he fulfills a certain role, you know. It's a certain role that kind of needs to be fulfilled. Okay, so let's see how the list is looking like. Okay. Any final revisions that we actually want to make here? Let's see, let's see. Any final revisions that we want to make? Let's go LD bias tier list. What do you mean? LD bias. um, let's see. Win Panda down to A? Really? I mean, a lot of people are well, kind of still a niche pick, right? I guess that could make sense actually. I mean, it's really easy to play around the Panda as well if you're playing Soleta because he does not have provoke. You can just ignore this guy until he's the last one. But he's a very good. A lot of people have been picking him now as a counter against these two right here. Right? Good counter against the two Beast Riders here, but he can't counter the Fire one. Right? What else can we move around here? Let's see. Anyone else? Water Harp. Is the Water Harp actually that good? It's not here yet. S tier, Wind Harp. Check. Let's put Mustaza up here so that it doesn't feel bad as a free to play unit. Check. Hmm. What else? What else do we want to move here? Don't think we have anything else. I think this is already good enough. No? I think this is already good enough. Right? Haven't watched Farmers Bid on the War. Yeah, I think I saw it as well, but didn't watch it. Okay, yeah. I mean, pretty satisfied. As long as we got the SA and B, SAB monsters right, kinda good.